Hey, love that dunce cap you're wearing. That's actually a pretty good image.
For
I'll give you
me, not bad, right?
another good one. What are you up
So
to? Like five now?
no, I don't think that high. That-
Yeah, I
That's
like that.
that's wishful thinking. Well,
We'll
thanks.
be on the dunes, and that's always it's funny. Why do you go back to somewhere you love and keep shooting it again and again? For me, upwards of maybe 50 times on the dunes.
Yeah,
Why?
that's a let's do an audible, as I like to say. We have something else that we're going to talk about, but that's a really good question. That's
Well,
a really good question.
you could say you've been there a million times. You've gotten all the easy shots.
Yeah.
You've found yourself shooting the same thing over and over again. Why go back to the same place?
And I know it's unusual to me not talking, but I'm actually thinking, and I know that's equally as unusual.
I
But
mean,
yeah, like the Palouse, I've been to the Palouse
okay.
20, at least 20 times. And then I've done two trips in certain years. So I probably brought 25 or 26 groups there, and I still go to Steptoe Butte. And why I was pausing is it's still great. Every single time I go there. I mean, when we go to the Faroe Islands, I mean, that's maybe not a good one because you've been there, what, five times? And I've been there three or something like that. But I can't wait to go back again. And
Yeah.
yes, we're going to go back to the same location. So why? Gosh,
You
it's
know, my
caught me off
wife and
guard.
I kind of had a rule that when we go on vacations, we not go to the same place because there's so many places in the world to
Yes,
see. And so
yes.
we just have a kind of a rule to go somewhere new. Why not in photography? Because you'd have fresh eyes, you would see
Yeah.
anew.
Well, okay. We were just bantering about another topic, and that's what just popped into my mind, trying to decide what we're going to do for the show. This idea of that we bring to, we've talked about this before, we bring to the act of photography who we are, and that whole vision is made up of all those things that we've talked about, your socioeconomic background, your religion, your political beliefs, all those things that make up vision. So the reason I go back, I think, in part is because I'm bringing a whole new me this year than I brought last year. I'm
Oh,
bringing,
thank goodness.
yeah,
I was tired of the old you.
you might actually like me this year. Yeah, I'm going to be much quieter, not near as much talking. I'm not your ear. You don't have to put in the earplug that you normally put in. But no, seriously, I think we bring a maturity as a human being, but we also bring a photographic maturity. And I'm gonna in another recording next time we get together, I'm gonna talk a little more about what I mean by that. But I do think we must be going back because we just absolutely love that area. I mean, there's something that's pulling us, like Death Valley for sure. There's just something about that place that's magical and never ending enjoyment for me. But it's going to cause me to go to bed thinking about that one. Why? Because we could be going to Joshua Tree. I mean, there's other places that you and I could be going to. Uh, and even some of our customers, our clients, our participants, whatever we're going to call them, they come back over and over again to Death Valley and the Palouse. So comments below. Why are you so attracted to go back to certain locations? And are there some you'd never, I mean, I can answer that. There's some places I've been to that I probably wouldn't necessarily go back to, or that I'm not near as attracted to as I am to the Faroes and Death Valley and the Palouse.
Brooks often talks about seeing more deeply, and certainly to see more deeply, you have to go back more
Have
than
to.
once. So
Yep.
there's one answer. And the other answer might be that I might go to the Palouse, I've never been, and see it, and it won't do a thing for me.
Right.
Yet the dunes at Death Valley do it for me, and that's where I'm happy, and that's where I'm expressing myself, and that's where I don't know. Yeah, it's probably something you can't put into words, but there's
Yeah.
something about the place that draws you.
Yeah, it really is. And you're right. Brooks's point is a good one. The main reason that photographers, or one of the main reasons we should go back, is because there's no way I mean, a place as vast as Death Valley specifically, you that first time there is going to be overwhelming. And like you said, previous show, getting those low-hanging fruit shots, the obvious, easy ones. To do anything beyond that, it's going to require other trips and going on different trails and going onto the back side of the dunes, the front side of the dunes, the other side. You know what I mean? So that in and itself takes time. Um,
Well, there's another answer that just popped to mind. Think of a gold panner who goes out every day to a stream and
yeah,
he's panning for gold. Why? Because he's hoping to find something that he didn't find in a previous day. And when
yeah,
you go to the dunes, every time you turn, there's a new scene. Every time the sun moves 10 minutes, there's a new scene. Every time you
totally.
change locations, and you're always hoping. I think maybe the last time or the time before, I got one of my favorite images now from the dunes, and I've been there 50 times.
Yeah.
So you're
Yeah.
looking for that gold nugget.
Yeah, that's really true. Or that moment that you just know. You're looking through that viewfinder and you see it and you just know. That isn't that the best feeling in the world? It's so great. It's like, yes, that's it. And certainly that's part of what we do. I think photographers are not unlike, maybe I've never hunted, so I don't know, but there's got to be a thrill in just seeing the fox or bear or whatever you're hunting, and maybe it doesn't happen on a whole trip that you go to Alaska and then you finally go and boom, that happens. To me, that's like photography. I mean, you're going out there, you're going out there, you're going out there to the dunes, and then all of a sudden it just lines up. The light's right, the shadow light pattern is great, and man, it feels good. So
And then there's the movie Walter Mitty, where the guy for his whole life
yeah,
was trying to get this one shot, and he had to, in a split second, decide if he wanted to look and enjoy it
yeah,
or if he wanted to kind of disassociate and photograph it.
yeah.
Disassociate. Man, I'm cranking out the five syllablers like
Yeah, and
crazy.
I can't get beyond three.
But
All
it's,
right.
you find a place you love. I would encourage you to keep going. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, give us your thoughts below. It's always nice. And we've been getting a lot more comments. So, by the way, thank you for that.
Yeah. And stop the nasty ones. Come on.
Yes, no more net, Barry.